I want you to see something here. If this God is really powerful, you know God is sovereign.
Yes, sir.
The word sovereign means he rules alone.
Yeah.
Where do we pray? Because if God does what he likes, he can't be changed by us. Why do we pray? The question then is, why are we even bothering doing a global prayer week when God rules alone? He sits in the circumference of himself.
Yes.
You can't live without him and you can't outlive him.
Yes, sir.
He is not going to resign and he has no predecessor and you can't impeach him. He rules alone. He sits in the circumference of himself. He is August. He is the king.
Yes.
Why do we pray? We can't change him, can we? Because if we pray our will and change his will, then God is not sovereign. So if I want God to speak to me
Yes.
and God doesn't speak, that's exactly why God doesn't speak.
He's sovereign.
He's sovereign. And his sovereignty is limited by the words he speaks. So if he speaks a word, he is controlled by it. So God's power gets limited by his own word. It's not increased. I don't know if you're getting this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
God's power gets limited by his words. It doesn't increase by his word.
So he's,
Our power is increased by his words. But God's power is limited by his words.
wow.
When he speaks a thing, he has to run in the confines of what he has just spoken. He can't just come out and start doing some other things.
Yeah.
His words become a law unto him. So he can't come out of the words.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know if you,
Yes,
I don't know if they're getting it. Are people getting it? But we increase power by his words.
All right.
But he limits his power
Wow.
by his words.
Wow.
I don't know if you are getting this. If he says, only believe, and I'll give you a miracle. We know God is on all miracles. Inside God, there is every. You can't even suffer inside God.
Yes.
But he gave an indication, only believe. Now you can't run outside of only believe. So you have to believe in order to get it. But if he had not spoken those words,
Yes.
we don't even need to pray. They will be there. But the moment he spoke those words, he got limited. So it's better to get God not to speak nothing.
Wow.
People, I don't know if they're getting this. Are you getting it? But prayer is not a funny thing. Just imagine, Jesus walked on water. What else did he do that you remember?
Multiply bread.
Multiply bread. Changed water into wine. Who wouldn't want that? We've done some miracles like that in cakes. He did miracle money. We did it. He did multiplication of bread. We have done it in this ministry.
Yes, sir.
Resurrection of the dead. It happened in this ministry.
Yes.
All the miracles he did, the disciples were with him. Then one opportunity was given for them to stand before Jesus and ask him one thing, one trick.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for a lesson
Yes, sir.
to walk on water. Nobody asked for a lesson to multiply bread. Nobody asked for a lesson to do anything, to stop water, to stop rain, to levitate. No, to disappear from one area to the other. No, they said, teach us how to pray. They said, we know all this, but there is something you do on your own that causes this to happen.
Yes, sir.
So we've seen you do this. And you even said if you have faith, you can do all things. So we know this.
Yes.
We know this requires faith. But there is something you are doing that way you are not taking us.
Yes.
There is a place you just say, stay here, I'm coming. And you come down from there and you start doing these things. So we know the trick is where you are. It's not here.
Yes.
Teach us how to pray.